Hi everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today's video surprise on a 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander news release. So we're looking at the Platinum today. And before we get started, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon to be notified new videos. And I really appreciate that thumbs up. Alright. Okay, so this beautiful color you're looking at is called Storm Cloud. Yes, this is the Grand Highlander. Yes, it's somewhat different than the Highlander. You can see the front facial is quite different. And it still have the fog lamps. A little bit more of the RAV4 look, I guess you could say, right? And then the center over here. So I'm going to talk about the news release over here and the summary in some parts. So it's going to be available in 3 powertrains with adult size third row and ample cargo space, hybrid and hybrid max powertrains for reduced carbon emission, powerful performance with 362 horsepower from the hybrid max system. That's the high-end one, by the way. It's going to be available technology available will be like the traffic jam assist, heads-up display, and digital rear view mirror. So, of course, the gasoline one would be a 2.4 liter turbo gasoline engine, the efficient 2.5 liter hybrid, and the ultimate performance seeking 362 horsepower hybrid max, the Grand Highlander. So, that's the Grand Highlander pretty much, right? So, it's not going to be the luxury vehicle that you've been dreaming about, but definitely great for the big family vehicle. It's mentioned in the article that the starting MSRP price is about $43,000 for the gasoline engine, $44,670 for the hybrid, and $54,040 for the hybrid max when it hits the dealership. It's gonna come in the summer. That's what the article is mentioning. So the Highlander has been one of the better selling vehicles for the SUV, the Toyota line, and you probably noticed that. Of course, needed more room. So the Grand Highlander is here to fill that void. Uh, gasoline engine has 265 horsepower and 0 to 60 time in 7.5 seconds, front wheel drive. Okay, so 0 to 60 in 7.8 seconds, all right, for the all wheel drive, 7.5 seconds in front wheel drive. That's pretty, impressive for the front wheel drive. Rear wheel drive is getting up there 7.8 seconds, but it's a big vehicle. You gotta understand that. It's not gonna be a race car or anything like that in particular, right? So the Max, the Hybrid Max, is the top of the line, all right, and it's gonna be the most powerful midsize SUV. That's the mention. And 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, and I could say that's super impressive for a big vehicle like that. It has 362 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. So that's something to look at. And has a 5,000 pound of towing capacity. So this particular vehicle, the gasoline one is 24 combined MPG for XLE front wheel drive. Hybrid EPA estimates 36 combined MPG for the XLE front wheel drive. And Hybrid Max has an estimated 27 combined MPG, which is really impressive. You get the speed and you get the MPG. Of course, you're going to pay for it in price. So it has a sport, eco, and normal modes. Okay, and let's take a quick look at the interior as well too. Otherwise, this video is going to be very long. All right. So, like I mentioned, drive modes are sport, eco, normal, and you have multi-terrain select with 3 modes: mud, sand, rock, dirt, and snow is offered on the gas all-wheel drive, and the Hybrid Max power trains for even more on and off-road capability. So you can see the nice driving, uh, infotainment is nice and big, nice size steering wheel. It's a nice comfortable vehicle, not a luxury feeling vehicle. If you want a luxury, maybe you want to check out the Lexus RX in particular. So I can see it's still very plush. I mean, pretty nice, console. Yes, it's not going to be as nice as some vehicle, but the Grand Highlander is definitely a very nice vehicle. You got the nice climate control buttons over there as well too. So that's a nice touch. And you can see there's of course, the functions for the steering wheel, the audio and such, and the phone buttons on the left. The power button to start the vehicle is under here, just like the Venza, which is interesting. USB-C cable, 360 view, panoramic view, interesting. USB-C in the front as well too. So you get the knobs also, and this is the nice USB-C connector again, amazingly. So I'm seeing this for the first time making this video, and the phone button is on the left, and the shifter, yes, it's not one of those old-fashioned shifters, so you probably have to get familiar with it over time. It's more of the electronic shifter. So you want the old-fashioned shifter, this is not going to be the one. So keep that in mind over here. Brake hold, and the different drive modes and also the terrain modes. And all the buttons is so awesome. This one has so many buttons that you could just press. Defrost, for example, right? Ventilated seats. So I have the maps. I think the infotainment size is just right. You don't want it too big, and that's the best it could be. And it seems like it's a Qi phone charger on the bottom over here as well. So this one looks like it's going to be the dash, the screen in different modes. You could change that around, of course. As in a lot of the newer vehicles from Toyota, you could customize the dash. So you could just change the different settings. And this is sport mode, by the way. It's all red and looks really nice and beautiful. A lot of technology in the back end. This is normal mode. And that's how it looks like. The display changes. You go to different modes and stuff like that. And more configuration. Rock and dirt. That's rock and dirt to multi-terrain. So very much customizable in the way you want it in particular. So here's a look at the front row. Notice very spacious, nice and big, and also nice and comfortable at the same time. Look at the seats. They're very comfortable. It looks like a lot of cushy feel to it, right? There's cushion. So they don't skimp out on the cushion in this particular vehicle. Yes, you have the driver and passenger controls. So this is a nice amenity to have by far. So, and this is the Platinum model, by the way, the one we're looking at, by the way, for those folks that's look in the middle. And this is second row seats. Very nice captain's chair. You can see the material is quite nice. I mean, even the second row seems to have the climate control system, which is pretty nice too. Very luxury like. I wouldn't say at the level of the RX again, but still very luxury like. Oh yes, pricing, the key thing. All right, the Grand Highlander XLE front wheel drive starts at $43,070, right? All right, so that goes up. If you wanted the hybrid XLE, it'd be $44,670, right? And that's a front wheel drive. And it tops out with the Grand Highlander Platinum Hybrid Max. That's the best model, all-wheel drive at $58,125. So notice that doesn't include delivery, processing, and handling. So those are extra. So if you're really interested in getting a Grand Highlander and see which one would people pick, probably the XLE and limited ones. That's what I think. No matter if it's the hybrid or non-hybrid. Platinum ones, I'm not sure that many people would buy the platinum ones, but I'm sure you get into the area where you could get a smaller Lexus RX or something, right? And maybe it's not the the big one, but not the TX, for example. But definitely something to look at if you needed a bigger SUV. The Grand Highlander will probably fit your needs. Hopefully you liked the video surprise. I really appreciate a thumbs up, comment, to share. Please leave it below. And please remember to subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye.